This morning, I got up before the sun. 2024 flew by fast. It's 6 a.m. and nobody's out here in the middle of the desert except for me and a few deer. It's 2 days before New Year's Eve, and we're back out here in Arizona for an annual off-road camping trip with most of the same friends that were out here last year. We definitely had some incredible adventures in 2024, and this year will be even better. Now this weekend we're here in Arizona for an annual off-road adventure with a big group of friends. I think everyone's been excited to be here since last year, and I really couldn't think of a better way to bring in the new year than spending time off-roading with some great friends. But right now, this is probably the last few moments I'll get to relax and enjoy the sunrise. Once everybody's up, it will be nonstop for 3 days straight. But hey, it's always worth it. And I want to thank you guys for always tuning in and watching our channel, and I hope you have a great 2025. Good morning, guys. We're back in Arizona. Big New Year's weekend. Should be a lot of fun. And after getting everyone connected to the hand radios and a bit of wrangling, we got everybody on the trail. And once again, the weather was perfect. Today, we're heading east towards a river. I'm guessing it's about 5 to 7 miles out. And Danny and Kristen are planning on cooking up some hamburgers and hot dogs once we get down there. Our little convoy consists of 5 WJs, 6 side-by-sides, and 4 dirt bikes. And because there is so many of us, I'm trying to avoid holding everybody up. So, this video is going to be mostly shot on the drone. When trying to film a big off-roading group, it's the fastest way to keep everybody moving. I mean, they're all out here trying to enjoy off-roading. And the last thing I want to do is make them wait while I get the perfect shot. All right, so we had to stop anyway. At least this time, it's not me. And so far, we haven't had to do any drone hunting, so we got that going. So what seems to be the problem here, Dan?
Well, the gigawatts ran out.
Oh, man. So there's the flux capacitor is on the fritz? Is that?
Fritz.
Huh.
So we're stuck in the laydown.
I see. I think the next best thing to do is just go back and get your WJ.
You know what's funny? We've never had a WJ issue.
Cheers, everybody.
What's the deal, hot dog?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Ready to go?
We're ready to go. How about you?
We're all good.
You always got to chap up when you're on the road, baby.
Oh, yeah.
No, Phil?
Everybody having fun?
Yeah!
Woo!
The saguaro cactus really does look cool as we twist and turn our way down to the river. And along the way, there's a few hill climbs just to keep you on your toes. We are so lucky to have a group like this that will get out here and do this kind of stuff. It's too bad I can't get more of these WJs out of their garages and onto more of my videos. But maybe it's this new year, 2025, year of the WJ. And hey, if you are enjoying the channel, please hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Okay, I've been threatening to do a walk around video for some time now, but I swear it's really happening soon. I just ordered the Iron Rock long travel kit for the front of the Jeep, so I'll be installing that real soon here. But in the meantime, it doesn't matter what you have, just get out there and explore. I am 100% sure you won't regret it. The WJ is such a great platform for off-roading, and I know there's tons of you out there, but it's such an underrated rig. And with a growing aftermarket, I think some of these guys out there are gonna wish they jumped on before these WJs cost a fortune to buy. I'm guessing that dam way out there in the distance has something to do with the river, so we must be getting close. One of the highlights was when we finally made it down to the river. This is definitely a hidden gem in the desert, and if you weren't paying attention, you might have just drove past the place. And I don't think anybody knew just how beautiful it was just a ways down the river. But how sweet is this? I guess if I lived in this area, this is where you'd find me all summer long. I really don't know much about this river, except it kind of looks like you could possibly do some tubing, and probably pretty cool to camp next to this river as well. Where we ended up hanging out was cool, but not this cool. Anyways, I think the guys would be surprised to know that this was just out of our view from where we were hanging out. See, that's where we were hanging out, just up the river. This is great though. I love seeing everyone hang out and enjoy each other's company. And it's pretty peaceful down here as well. I think I'd rather be scaling some tough off-road terrain, but off-roading is also about the locations you travel to. So I think it's time to enjoy the moment and make some memories. So we found this cozy little spot right along the lake. It's really cool. There's room for everybody to hang out. They're making a little barbecue down here. Danny's cooking some hot dogs and burgers, and we're just all chilling out. It's kind of nice. It was a pretty hot day today, so we are able to cruise all the way down here and just chill out and eat some food and have a good time. What are you doing there? Biggest bite you can take. All these kids are growing up so fast, and I'm glad we'll have this little recording of where we were in 2024, so we can always look back and see the era before the next era.
There you go.
You know, it's just like, remember Justin? Look at him. That was just before he bought that WJ. And oh yeah, that was Chuck's first trip out with his WJ. And there it is, the memory sealed in time, captured with a picture. There is just something about a canyon run as the sun's working its way down. And I'm sure the side-by-sides are tired of going as slow as we go. All I can say is, look at that view. I think it's really cool that Danny and Kristen can just drive out from their house and grab a little adventure like this. The river was awesome. Then, this epic canyon run. I can't wait to see what else they have in store. And how cool do these WJs look in this canyon? On a side note, we're up to 11 WJs in our friend group. We haven't got them all out at the same time, but how cool would that be? Also, we don't care what you drive. As long as you're out having fun, that's all we care about. If any of you guys know of some technical trails around the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, leave me a comment. I'd love to find some challenging stuff for when we come back. This is always the best part of the day, when the shadows start to get longer and there's the excitement of getting to hang out with everyone around the campfire. And if you're like me, you'll be looking forward to a little night ride action. It gets pretty dusty back here in the canyon with all these cars cruising through. And this is when the Jeeps really shine. No dust and a possible heater if you need it. But these guys take eating dust very seriously. And to steal a quote from 24/7 Off-Road, one of my favorite YouTube channels, this trail is done and dusted. Now it's time for the sunset, cold beers, and good friends.
I grew up wild and I grew up true. A town most folks just drive through. We sit out by the dam on a night when the air was warm. Mama was an angel, Daddy was the same. When the lights cut off, I could sneak out late to a spot on the west side, baby, nobody knew. Come and find me down where the tree line ends and the cattails grow. We can be free, living our dreams.
It's right here in these moments when the whole group is really connecting and living in the here and now.
Wheat fields and old dirt roads where the tin roof sings, the whole damn thing shakes when the cold wind blows.
But it usually doesn't take us too long before we're looking for some more action.
We all know. But I go back in a minute to the land of the wicked wheat fields and old dirt roads. La da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da. I spent some time in a corner bar playing for keeps with this old guitar, and it was worth every minute when I heard those people sing. It's a long road.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3,
what them old times
dark,
meant to me. So when I get back,
5,
crack a
WJ.
bottle of Jack, you know where I'll be. You can find me down where the tree line ends and the cattails.
This section of video is for anyone who missed the night rides. I was actually driving this time, so I didn't fly the drone, but this is pretty much what it looks like out there at night.
Wheat fields and old dirt roads where the tin roof sings, the whole damn thing shakes when the cold wind blows. Well, it ain't all sunshines and rainbows, hard times we all know. But I go back in a minute to the land of the wicked wheat fields and old dirt roads. La da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la da da, na 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 na, la da wheat fields and old dirt roads, where the tin roof sings, the whole damn thing shakes when the cold wind blows. Well, it ain't all sunshines and rainbows, hard times we all know. But I go back in a minute to the land of the wicked wheat fields and old dirt roads. I go back in a minute to the land of the wicked wheat fields and old dirt roads. La da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la da da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la da da, wheat fields and old dirt roads.
So we came down to the end of a canyon, and there was a few obstacles to try, but it gets really crazy further back. So I just wanted to try a few of them, and this first one was tougher than it looks. Anyway, I think everybody was thinking the same thing, because we ended up getting into something a little tougher than this. So Danny decided to try this hill, and we've been here before. Last time it didn't go so well for a side-by-side that got stuck halfway down this hill on the way up. But you know what? We got this. You know, we might be here a while.
Yep. Hey, stop, hold it right there, Dan. Don't move.
Against our advice, he decided to keep going. Luckily, it ended up working out. But he's not out of the woods just yet. This is a pretty steep hill. And with the camera going, it's just not doing it justice, but you'll just have to trust me, it's pretty steep. Okay, sweet. It looks like he's got it. Now we'll just have to find another way to meet up with him later. I'm sure he's not gonna come back up this thing, right?
So what's the situation here, boys?
No, we gotta find a different way for everybody else.
Yeah. No, the girls won't be happy with this, so I'm not gonna bother.
Tell you, we'll be walking back.
Award-winning footage coming in hot.
Yeah, tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
Do a hot dog cook-off.
Poor Ravens.
Hey, we're gonna fill you with chili.
Right, he's coming hot.
Okay, I guess he's coming back up.
Let's see high center, so he's the outside.
Ah, boy.
Gotta go to the inside.
I bet he wishes he didn't have chili.
He's got chili in his pants right now.
Yeah, he's got to go all the way. Oh, there he goes.
And if you own a WJ and off-road it, you probably think it can do anything, because most of the time it can't.
Get it, dog. Get it.
You know what? He might just make it.
Got it now. Friggin' WJ.
But this hill is super
Damn
rutted and very steep.
Is that a winch deal or what? Yeah, because I can just pull for him.
Because it was such a steep pull for the winch, we hooked up Matt's winch to the back of my Jeep to keep us from pulling ourselves down the hill with him. And that seemed to work. You know, just hanging out, off-roading with my friends will always be some of our best memories. Working together as a team, solving problems like this is really cool. Anyways, I know just how lucky we are that we have a crew that really enjoys getting out here on these adventures as much as we do. And as the years start to fly by, I really appreciate times like this. Especially seeing all the kids grow up and become young adults. It's nice to know they still want to hang out with us. And this YouTube channel, it can always be a place where we can look back and see all these adventures and smile. Ladies and gentlemen, it is race day, and if you haven't seen this before, we'll feast your eyes on center stage. These competitors come from far and wide to compete in the Belt Sander Derby. Now these guys take pride in their rigs, and this particular team decided to unveil their sander at race day. My guess is that those flags might create a drag out on the racetrack. but only time will tell as we gear up for the first race. Now these competitors will draw a number out of a hat to see who goes first.
I'm 2.
Oh, and look at this. The crowd has formed their own race in anticipation of the Belt Sander Derby. Even the dogs are excited to be out here watching this race, Bob. All right, here we go. The first race is underway. Ooh, that wasn't even close. He may want to step it up to 70 grit for the next race. Now here's that competitor from earlier. I still think those flags are going to slow him down. What do you think, Bob?
Well, I think you might be right, Dale. It's just physics, that's all it really is.
Okay, here comes Colonel Sanders in the left race bay. Will he sand his way to the victory table, or will he be some barbecue chicken? Oh, it looks like Colonel Sanders will be working on a new menu.
450cc.
Okay.
Big boys. We're running the big boys.
Oh man, I got twin 4 barrels.
So what do you got under the hood on that thing?
It's stockish, you know. It's ready to rock and roll. Straight from the job site. We are running big power, over 9
Throughout the day, we had several great races, but finally closed out the day with a real close one. Let's look at that in slow motion. Ooh, looks like the guy on the right won it by a hair. That about wraps it up for the Belt Sander Derby. We want to thank everybody for coming out, and we'll catch you on the next race here on Redneck TV. After another fun night, we got up to take a ride out to the Raven for a nice lunch while also doing a poker run. And it feels like a long trip already, but I'm looking forward to some more off-roading.
Second annual Stumbleland Ranch Ride to the Raven 2024.
The first stop for the poker run kind of came up fast, but it was a great stop for everyone to get in the mood and shake off the night before. Now the trip is slowly coming to an end, and tonight is New Year's Eve, so it's game time.
Getting kind of dangerous. Feels like it's a loaded gun. My mind is turning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you want to cowboy on a wild horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you want to wait for. Hold on, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White horse. Someday, maybe you could have your way. Right now, just not the time. Some things a man just got to do. I wish you could change my mind. If you want a cowboy on a wild horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you want to wait for. Hold on tight, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White
There is a lot of people with us today. You know, the last video I said it's like wrangling cats in a bathtub. This is exactly wrangling cats in a bathtub. We are in the bathtub right now, and we're all cats going in different directions.
white horse, riding out into the
yesterday.
Now, you might remember this place from last year's video. It's a great place to shake off the dust and feel like you're part of civilization, at least for a few minutes. So we grabbed a few drinks and a very nice lunch before getting geared up for New Year's Eve. Everyone seemed to be in great spirits, even though we were out late off-roading. Now, I didn't film every night ride, but we went out almost every single night. At this point, it was a pretty busy day, and as I said before, it's hard to film a big group like this with all the dust and just the sheer size of the group. Anyways, I'm really hoping I caught at least some of the fun that we had out here today. We got a ways into the sand wash, and I know from experience it's tough to ride a dirt bike in this deep sand. And my cousin Aaron kind of went down and scuffed up his shin a bit, but in the end, he turned out okay.
Are you okay?
Not so much on the ground.
Yeah, what if you kept it on 2 wheels? Is that?
I was trying.
All of these days out here are starting to blend together, and before we knew it, the end of the day was approaching fast. And if you guys have been thinking about getting out and off-roading like this, then I say put a plan together, stick with it, and give everybody enough time to plan for it and just do it. And while you're on this future trip, try not to think about when you're gonna go home or anything that will take your mind away from living in the here and now. Because the next thing you know, a year will have gone by just like that. Filming these memories is a great way to look back on everything. And my friends that are on this trip are probably looking at these drone shots like, okay, I didn't see the trip from this perspective. And that is exactly why I really love making short films, and I hope it shows.
Well guys, it's been a hell of a trip. A lot of dust though, a lot of dust.
That was another awesome day out on the trail. We're just about back to the house. And tonight is New Year's Eve. And I can feel the excitement starting to build. If you are as lucky as I am, then you know how important your friends and family are. And as I'm finishing up this video, I'm thinking back on this trip, and a few things come to mind. More adventures, and more time with each and every one of these guys. We have spent many great years together, and a lot of us have been friends going on 30 years now. That's just crazy to think about. You ever just sit back and think about how unique each person is? Every one of them has their own unique little spin on life. Each one has their own style of humor. Now the trick is to keep everybody using their own brand of humor. When that happens, man, it's gonna be a fun night. And I don't think these trips would be the same without the kids. The kids just wanna have fun. You know, I might relate to them actually better. But anyways, the important thing is I could still moonwalk. Well, at least a couple of feet anyways.
I got it for your video.
Did you see Danny back there? Yeah, he's not too thrilled I bent his fire pit. And yes, Danny, that makes us even for my entryway of the RV. I'm sure it's easier said than done, but don't take it for granted. Say yes to the next trip. Stay up later, even though you're tired. Get out there and travel. And here's something to ponder. The world is a book, and those who don't travel read only one page. St. Augustine. I know I'm gonna keep on traveling, especially with these guys. It's a new year. Now is the time to dust off that list of things that you want to accomplish. And hopefully, on that list, you'll have getting out in the great outdoors and enjoying all of these crazy things there are to see out there. So now, we're going to start working on our list of adventures in 2025. And if I have it my way, I'll get some of these guys to go on a few of these trips. You know, there's so many places to see right here in the United States. I mean, Arizona has some pretty amazing stuff. Maybe we'll get back out here sooner than later. All I know is we love to travel and inspire other people to do the same. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.